My peoples. Bam! My peoples. I had to give you that view to start off this show, man. Welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning, my peoples. Let me give you that one more time. Let me give you that one more time. We talking boxing today, my peoples. I think you deserve this view. Beautiful morning. What a way to start off the day. Appreciate everybody tuning in. My brother Troy, my brother Toy Mafia side, my peoples, my peoples. I know by now y'all seen what's going on with the whole Vergil Ortiz, Errol Spence, and Boots saga. We gotta talk about it. It seems like the people at the zone agree with your boy Jay Smith. The people at the zone appear to agree with Jay Smith. But let's talk about it. 310 Man Ruth. Bam, salute. We gotta talk about it, my people. You guys know my stance on the whole, Vergil doing a face-off with Boots, but then calling out a bunch of other fighters. You guys know my stance on that. Didn't like it one bit. Felt like if you guys did that face-off and you're acting like you're with it, it looks like you're ducking now because you're looking for other avenues. And so it bothered me. Anybody who Vergil would have called out, it would have bothered me. Anybody. I would have like, nah, I'm not finna. Anybody. But the fact that he called out Errol Spence, who's been inactive for over 2 years, that made it bother me more. The fact that he called out Crawford, who specifically said he'll never go back down to 154, who's already called out Johnny Beck at 160. That bothered me even more now. So you went face to face with a guy that's trying to fight you. From that to calling out guys who are not even in your division, because Errol hasn't even made his debut at 154, I don't know. I don't agree with that one bit. Abraham Yan, what's up, Jay Smith? Good morning, champ. Salute, my guy. Bam. Listen, my people. I'm not with it, and I said it from the beginning. Damon Smith, my G, salute. I'm like, I'm not with it. Vergil acting like he ducking. And then they talking about, no, we need 10 million. No, don't even talk to us. Which also sounds like duck language to me. I've been saying that. So I told you right there. Those are the reasons I don't like what he chose to do afterwards. You're calling out Errol, who's been inactive for 2 years, who's never fought north of 147, and you're calling out Crawford, who said he's not going back down to 154, who's already eyeing an opponent at 160. You're calling out two people who don't make no sense. And I got some backlash for that. No, Jay, because it's a bigger fight with Errol, and it'll be more money, and that's why it really does make more sense, because what has Boots done to earn it? Like, oh my God, yo, Boots, a unified champion. Vergil never won a title. Boots is actually the more accomplished fighter out of them two. Okay, you want to play the A side now, and you want all this money. Cool story. But 10 million is the mythical I don't want to fight you figure. That's the number. Y'all remember when Terrence Crawford was at 147? And supposedly Keith and everybody else wanted 10 million to fight him? Nah, we need money. We need 10 mil. That's the I don't want to fight you figure. Side, Spence actually started his career at 54, then moved down to 147. Spence is inactive and coming off of a devastating loss. I mean, come on. And appreciate the correction. Appreciate Spence kicking off career 54. You know we about the facts over here. Salute, side. But the inactivity coming off of that type of loss, of course, I know Errol Spence has always talked about, you know, not being down with tune-ups and all that, but this is a different situation. He's never, throughout his career, he's never been inactive for no 2 years. And he's 35 years old. In your mid-30s now, it's different. So, my opinion, and I know a lot of people agree, is that he's supposed to come back to a tune-up. But even if he chooses not to, what are you doing calling him out of inactivity? What's going on? Vergil's supposed to be that guy, and I've always felt that way because I don't know. I know from this one here, extreme fans are gonna start saying that I'm a hater. If you've been following me long enough, you know Vergil Ortiz is one of my guys, one of my favorite fighters. I follow him, support him, all of that. But that was goofballery what he did on Saturday. Scott Fernie. Good morning, there you go. Talking boxing for breakfast. You know it, family. We talking boxing. This whole situation with Vergil Ortiz and Jerron Boots Ennis, I don't know how is it going to play out, but DAZN agrees with me. Because I was like, that Errol Spence fight don't make no sense. It don't even make sense for you to call him out. Somebody who ain't fight in 2 years, whose last fight was at 147, who got beat up badly, that's who you calling now. Stop it. Stop it. DAZN not trying to hear it. As per, Dan Rafael, not only is DAZN not wanting to sign off on Errol versus Vergil, but they're applying pressure for Vergil to fight Boots. So it looked like, I don't know, maybe DAZN watch the last couple of episodes of Boxing for Breakfast. They was like, yo, nah, Jay Smith not having it. We can't have this shit. I don't know. Damon Smith. The pot for Boost versus Ortiz, if they fight, should be 50-50. And Damon, I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Like, and I'm gonna tell you what, Damon. We being generous, bro. Boots is a unified champion. Vergil #1, nothing. So we being generous off of his popularity. Like, you know what? You're popular. So, but whatever they have to do, whoever has to make whatever amount of money, I don't even care. I just feel like they need to fight next. This whole thing has been building up since the 147 division. And both of them, yeah, I want the smoke. Yeah, I want the smoke. What's good? What's good? Now when the time comes, you're going to be like, no, because Errol is really my dream fight. Huh? Man, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. Damon Smith, what's going on with Fundora? To my understanding right now, it's still going to be Sebastian Fundora, Keith Thurman. They got pushed forward, but it's still them too. Side, Boost generates more than Vergil. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to gauge that because honestly, I don't follow those numbers. But a lot of people assume that Vergil's the bigger star, that he's bringing in more fans or whatever. People are making that assumption, I don't know, based off of what. So they're making him the A sign. They're saying, nah, you got to pay him. Scott Fernie, Spence versus Thurman would be a good match right now. I agree. Because Thurman had one fight back, and it was with a lower level guy, and he's been inactive. I also wouldn't mind seeing Errol Spence versus Jermell Charlo, who's been inactive. Both of them coming off for inactivity to fight each other. I'm good with that. And in all honesty, whatever Errol Spence decides to do, I respect it. I got mad respect for Errol because look at everything he accomplished. So, he could do whatever he wants. But you as a fighter, calling him out, that's weak. And I'm going to tell you something. You want to know why? I'm going to fill you guys in real quick so you know what's going on. Yo, yesterday, we had a blackout. Supposedly, there was some sabotage that went down, and we had a blackout. This is what it looked like yesterday. You could see in the horizon, you could see lights. But look, that was yesterday night. But my people, the whole situation, let me put you guys on with the whole situation with the zone. What's going on? I want you to get that. And here's why it makes sense that the zone would be applying that pressure. I want you guys to think about this. Vergil Ortiz being a guy that fights in Golden Boy, right? Why would you, when you're on the spotlight, you just fought one spectacular fashion, get in front of the cameras. Why would you call out a PBC fighter who's been inactive for 2 years when, number one, we don't be doing business with PBC like that? This is the zone over here, and PBC's on Amazon Prime. Number one, why would the zone, who has stakes in Vergil, want him to fight Errol Spence, a PBC fighter, over Jerome Boost Ennis, a matchroom fighter who already fights on the zone? You know they logic over there, the whole side of the street. We keep it all in-house. We keep all our money. Y'all not going to make money with us. So now you're going to have Vergil fight Errol? I don't know. But if I'm the zone and you making money with us over here, I'm thinking to myself, why the hell would you call somebody over there when there's somebody right here who we invited to come in the ring, who faced off with you? What is you doing, fam? That I would have felt about it that way. Scott Fernie, Spence versus Thurman will be a good fight right now. Damon Smith, Caleb Plant should fight Charlo. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. But I seen a poster or something that they were talking about potentially fighting each other. Not sure if that's the case, but I think I see something. MAW in the building. Hello, boxing fans. Jane, chat, subscribe, share, and smash that like button. No doubt. Appreciate it, MAW. Damon Smith, you think Tank is done? Honestly, I don't think he is. Because you have to understand, he's 30 years old. Like, he's right in the beginning of his prime. At 30 years old. Early into his prime still. Good. Oh. Because he's 30 years old, I think right now he can afford to take off a year or two. You know, change things around personally in his life. Get some positive things going on. And come back to boxing. At 31, 32, still be dead in his prime. Still be able to have an amazing training camp. And just follow through. That's it. He could do it. So, honestly, I don't think he's done. If I had to put money on it, on whether or not Tank Davis is coming back to boxing, for sure. I don't think he would, end his career on some, oh yeah, I was going to do an exhibition fight. It fell through, so I just never fought again. Nah. His career not going to end like that. You know why? Because Tank Davis, we know how good he is in the ring and what he does. But he's a fighter. He's competitive. And I don't think he could just sit it out. He's going to miss being in the ring. He's going to miss, being in, the crowds, the noise, the action, the knockout. He's going to miss all of that. So I don't think that he'll retire for good. Maybe now he could say, okay, I'll retire. And like I said, be out of boxing a year or two and come back. That's something that could happen. Him announce retirement and then come back a year or two. Doing his thing, killing. Side. Tank need another bag since Jake fight fell through. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because here's something to consider. Tank Davis been making millions of dollars. I'm not going to say how many millions because I think people exaggerate it. But he's been making millions of dollars for what, 6, 7 years, 8 years? It's been a long time. He's been making millions in every single fight. So I believe he has money. Hey, I think people make the mistake of feeling like if you get $40 million, you got the bag. But if you've been getting 5 million, 6 million, then you got 10, then you got 7, then you got 5, then you got 20, then you got 5 more, then you got 7 more. If you're getting millions like that, that's a bag too. It's almost like we act like a guy making $20 million isn't a bag. That is a bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people will live out their whole life and their kids' life with that 20 mils. So I think he's already gotten the bag multiple times. Got the bag with Ryan Garcia. Definitely. Has gotten a few more. So I think financially If he wanted to, he could retire and never work a day in his life. But it's like I said, more money and more action inside the ring, a fight is not going to turn it down. And at his age, only 30 years old, I know Tank want to fight. He's going to want to fight again. So, the to me, there is zero possibility, zero, that Tank Davis is done. No shot. He's definitely going to be fighting. He's going to be thinking about, wanting to win more titles, wanting to accomplish more, all of that. Now, my people, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Fall apart, does he come back right away or does he take a break? My opinion, he should take a break. Take a little break and then come back. Damon Smith, too many issues outside the ring with Tank. But that's why I say, Damon, that this is my take. He should take a year or two on working on his personal situation. And when I say, okay, I'm going to make myself Tank advisor right now. I'm Tank's advisor, right? I'm sitting there with Tank. I'm going to be like, you're going to stay out of boxing for 2 years. And during these 2 years, you're going to go to anger management. You're going to go to counseling. You're going to support women's initiatives. So things that support, whether it's women in sports, donating to women's boxing, you're going to do things to show that you want to support women, right? So, and it's not going to be just a show like, oh, here, look, I put something up. Because you're doing the counseling, you're doing the therapy if it's necessary, whatever it is that is deemed that you need to go through, you're going to do that. And you're going to support women one way or another. That's your retribution to women, to show, look, I'm trying to change things around. What happens? 2 years later, that's it. If 2 years pass, he never got in trouble, completed all his whatever therapy, counseling, whatever he goes through, and does great with women, no negative interactions. After that 2 years, when he announced, I'm coming back, he's going to come back like a rock star. I'll be like, yo, you're going to come back like a rock star. When your next fight is announced, there's going to be some epic explosion. And everybody's going to be on board. Everybody want to see the story. Did he turn it around? Oh, my God, the guy that turned it around. Can he now come back to the ring? He's been out of trouble, been living good. Can he do it in the ring again? Can he come back to being that Tank Davis? And it would be huge. That's how I would do it. I will first work on him and then get back to boxing. MAW, Tank reputation is not in a good place right now for his actions outside the ring. He might have trouble getting a fight with the law hanging over his head. Might be looking at jail time. No, we'll see. He's not looking at jail time, bro. It's a civil suit right now. He don't have the law over his head. Right now, worst case scenario, he has to pay that young lady a bunch of money. That's it. There's no jail time hanging over his head right now. And let me tell you, MAW, he's actually had the possibility of jail time and still fought. You see, here's the difference, MAW, between this time and when it's happened before. I don't remember if it was before the Frank Martin fight or before which fight, but he had a case. But here's the difference. That case was a TGD promotion, was under Al Heyman and them, Tank Davis' own promotional company. So, the fight still went through. Right now, if that would have been a TGD promotion versus some boxer, this fight would have still happened. You have to understand the fight is not happening because Jake Paul pulled out. Jake Paul's like, nah, we don't want to associate ourselves with this situation. That was a TGD promotion. Like, let me give you an example. If he was giving Lamar Roach the rematch, do you think Lamar Roach was gonna pull out? You think Lamar Roach was gonna pull out of a career payday? Oh, nah, he's being accused of something. I'm not gonna fight him no more. Nah, he would have fought him. At least I believe him and anybody would have fought him. But Jake Paul, he's focused on a brand, on the image, image and all of that stuff. That's why. But nevertheless, at 30 years old, Tank is coming back. It's all about, the real question is he coming back sooner or later? Is he going to make a fight within the next, let's say, 3-4 months? Or is he going to take a year off? Or 8-9 months at the end of next year? Whatever it is. We'll find out. Damon Smith. Who wins, Pitbull or Roach? Oh, Roach is going to cook him. Roach is going to cook him. Look, I'm going to be honest. I find that it's a lot of Tank Davis fans who are saying that Pitbull's going to beat up Roach. And I'm like, why would you say that? After you saw what Lamar Roach did to Tank, why would you say that Pitbull's going to cook him? So, I guess to feel good about Tank's win over Pitbull, they want him to beat Roach. They Roach detractors. But I gotta tell you, see right there. I gotta tell you, my peoples, I expect Lamar Roach to put the Swiss, the Dre, and the Apple Beats on Pitbull Cruz. You're gonna see, I think you're gonna see the boxing skills of Lamar Roach once again. You're gonna see how special of a fighter he is. Because that's the thing, man. And it bothers me, my peoples, when fans won't give credit to a fighter that they deserve. Like the type of credit that Lamar Roach deserved for what he did to Tank Davis, people refuse to give it to him, and I hate that. Honestly, I hate it. Sit the right way. Put it up here. The wheels are dirty. Put it right there. Okay. Right there. Honestly, my peoples, it bothers me that Lamar Roach doesn't really get his credit for his performance versus Tank Davis. And me personally, I could tell you, that's all I need to see to know that Lamar Roach is a special fighter. That's just the truth, the reality. Now, getting back to these gentlemen right here. These two gentlemen, Jerome Boost Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. My peoples, is it possible that the zone applies the right pressure to make this fight happen? I think it's going to be an interesting dynamic because Vergil and his team already showed us that they don't want this fight. They showed us. When Vergil get in front of a camera and says, my dream fight will be Errol Spence. Errol's the guy that I really want to fight. When Vergil start naming the people that he really want to fight, and he don't even name Boots, that's crazy. Like, you just went face to face with the guy, my peoples. Help me understand that. You guys who condone that behavior. Help me understand how Vergil Ortiz went face to face with Boots and then started calling out a bunch of other names. Help me understand that. Because I don't get it. Damon Smith. Time to make the donors have a blessed day, King. Salute, fam. Bam. So I just don't get it. You know, you get in the ring, you invite a guy to come in the ring with you. Because you saw when Vergil was like, Boots, come over here. Or at least invited him into the interview. And you guys have that interaction for what? Why would you call him over and then say that you want to fight somebody else, that somebody else is your dream fight? Come on, man. And then that somebody else is a PBC fighter who's been inactive for over 2 years. Yo, I'm telling you, I know the people at DAZN was not happy. Like, damn, this guy is right now at the biggest moment. The biggest moment. And you ruined it. We had it all set up. Boo, step in the ring, y'all go at it. And this is what's next. You're going to start promoting this fight right away. And you call out all these other people, man. Man, my peoples. I was disappointed. I was disappointed. Like, damn, I did not expect to see Vergil ducking like that. And you could see that Boots want that action. He's telling him, I'm going to beat you. I got something for you. But Vergil wasn't about that, man. He wasn't about that. Honestly, it even felt like they went into that fight with the mindset of we're gonna get an explosive knockout. They got the explosive knockout. But when Vergil saw Boots in his face like that, letting him know I'm gonna beat you, I got something for you, yo, he looked like he was scared, bro. Scared. He was just looking at Boots like, he looked like he don't want it. That's it. Now we know who ducking who. And you know what's funny? I don't remember who it was, but yesterday somebody was telling me, nah, Jay, because Boots ducked first. Boots ducked first, so they both ducked. Let me explain to you something, my peoples. Let me explain to you something. Boots was making his debut at 154 and chose not to fight him first. But right now, what he did was call their bluff. So you're finding out right now that it was a bluff. They never wanted to fight Boots. They try to make it seem like it. They've been clout chasing, my peoples. When you act like you want to fight somebody and the fight finally come to you and you play games, you've been clout chasing the whole time, bro. You never wanted to fight Boots. You never wanted that fight. Don't act like you wanted it. That happened. Clout chasing like crazy. Because look at this. Y'all know there's been a narrative, right, about Boots supposedly ducking Vergil because he could afford him, right? And Boots was in his face like, nah, because your team been talking all that shit. What's up now? We here now. And Vergil like, no, you guys started talking first. We just retaliated. We was just retaliating. Come on, bro. So now the fight come to you and you don't want it. So who's really ducking who? They not both ducking each other. And the funny thing about all this, most of us been following boxing for a long time, man. How often have you seen fighters move up a division and do a tune-up? Boots ain't the first, ain't the last, ain't the only one. Come on, my people. Come on. We got to keep it 100. We got to keep it 100. Neanderthal behavior. Quick sent to the block party. But I digress. There is no they was ducking each other. They was ducking each other. No, they was not. Bulls did what a lot of fighters done. Moved up, took a tune-up, and went straight for the guy. And now the guy don't want it. And I told everybody, when Boots and Vergil was face-to-face, the way that Vergil was reacting, it just didn't sit right with my spirit. It ain't sit right with my spirit, my people. Because I seen the energy that Boots was bringing. And Vergil just didn't have that. So, if you don't want to fight, why are you bringing a guy in the ring? Why are you doing a face-off? Super clout chasing. And it's funny because before that, I remember people saying, nah, Boots chasing clout. He don't want to fight Vergil. He don't want to fight Vergil. Did you see the face-off? Could you tell who don't want to fight who by that face-off? Because I could tell. I could tell who don't want to fight who in that face-off. Size, save face tactics. That's facts. Part of the reason why Vergil said Bulls come over here is because he didn't have no choice. That was already set up. He was supposed to do that. So he did it. But it's almost like he did it because he had to, not because he wanted to. In his face, he didn't look like he wanted to fight Boots. You guys started talking first. We was just retaliating. Nah, man, he didn't look like he wanted to fight no Boots. Now, Boots, on the other hand, I got something for you. I got something for you. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. In his face. For Vergil to step off and go to the post-fight presser. My favorite fight will be Errol Spence, who's been inactive for 2 years, and it's a PBC fighter. So DAZN is probably going to be pissed off that I'm calling somebody who don't even fight on this platform. What are we doing? So when Dan Rafael reports that DAZN is trying to pressure Vergil to fight Boots, I understand that because Boots is a matchroom fighter who fights on DAZN. We just had a DAZN fighter in your face in the ring. And you went and called out Crawford, who last fought on Netflix, and Boots, and Errol, who's a PBC fighter that you would expect him to be on Amazon Prime. And just think about it. You guys know the whole PBC one side of the street, other side of the street stuff, and we keeping it internal, and we keeping the money internal. So DAZN is supposed to just say, okay, we could do it internal too and keep all the money, and let's share it with them. So I guarantee you, the people at DAZN, when they saw him calling out Errol and calling out Bud, after we just invested all this time and planning in him and Boots, and he gonna do this shit? Man, fuck is wrong with you? We need y'all to fight Boots. Stop playing games and stop with these mythical, I don't want to fight you figure of $10 million. We already know that figure. Stop playing games with us. Let's be realistic here. That's what I've been saying. I'd love to find out how much money Turkey offer them when they say yes. That's how much money you need to take. Did you say yes to Turkey for $3 million? Did you say yes to Turkey for $4 million? Why the hell are you asking for 10 now then? Side, Vergil was like, it wasn't us, it was you that was talking first. We just retaliated. Yo, Vergil looked like he thought he was gonna get punched in the face right there. And Boots was in that ring looking like Debo, ready to take his bike on the spot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I already got my score is already 1-0 to Boots, based off of that face-off. 10-9. I'm scoring that round 10-9 for Boots. Possibly 10-8. Matter of fact, that's a 10-8 round. How Vergil was just answering, It was you that started it first. We didn't do nothing. Nah, that's a 10-8 round for Boots. Put the beats on him right there. Bullied him. He got bullied. I don't think anybody came out of that face-off, pause, feeling like Vergil want that fight. I don't think so. Look, my peoples, be honest. Be honest. When you watch Boots going at Vergil the way that he was going at him, and you seen Vergil responding with the, you guys started it first. No, we just retaliated. When you saw Vergil the way that he was acting, that didn't sit right with my spirit. But did it feel to you like he really trying to fight Boots? Honestly, my people, did it feel that way? And it's like I told you, both guys, he's on Golden Boy, Boots is on Matchroom. Both of them fight on the zone. And in your biggest moment, you're going to call out a guy from PBC who's been inactive for over 2 years? That's crazy. That is crazy. Look, I'm going to make you guys, you watching this, I'm making you this very moment a DAZN executive. If you're a DAZN executive and you already approved it, yeah, we want to see Boots get in the ring with him. We want to see that face off. Let him get in the ring, because that's not just something that you do out of nowhere. You don't freestyle that, my peoples. If you don't plan those moments, guess what? It could be security down there not letting the fighter get up. Like, yo, where you going? Nah. That could happen. So you plan for those moments. Somebody on the zone signed off on Boots climbing the ring and doing that face-off and all of that. They signed off on that. So you make all this planning. You have Boots sitting in the front. This guy's flying in with Eddie. You have him sit in the front. And you have him climb the ring and do all this stuff for Vergil to then walk away and say, yeah, my dream fight, I really want to fight Errol Spence. Now, if you're the zone executive and you know that Errol Spence is a PBC fighter, you're not going to make all the money that you're going to make if he keep it in-house the same way PBC does it. How are you going to feel about that? Are you going to be happy about Vergil calling out a guy that's somewhere else? Or do you want him to fight the guy that fights on the zone? The guy who you set him up to do the face-off with. The guy who he just faced off with. Now tell me. Round 1 Sports Talk. What's up, bro? Salute, family. Bam. MAW. Marinating is overrated. If you serious and back yourself, you fight already. If Vergil versus Boots not next, it better be a fight for a belt instead. Then let's get it. So here's the deal. Sometimes I believe that you do need to marinate. This is not one of those times. We wanted to see Vergil versus Boots since they was in the welterweight division. For how long we been calling for that fight at this point? 3 years maybe even 4? We've been calling for that fight for a long time. So they couldn't make it happen, and I'm glad it didn't happen at 147 because Vergil was really struggling to make that weight, and we would not have gotten the best Vergil. Remember, this kid almost died twice trying to make that weight. That's why he ended up jumping to 154. So Boots at 154 will get the best version of Vergil Ortiz when and if they fight. But Vergil duck. That's just the reality. He trying to duck. Jason Williams, salute, my brother. Bam. Car Sports, the Boxtorian, salute, my brother. Round 1 Sports Talk. Stop and hit the like button. My brother, I appreciate you, man. Double tap that screen, my peoples. Rob James, good afternoon from Leeds, England. Who you got? Eubank, Ben 2. Ooh, first of all, Rob James, salute, my brother. Salute to everybody from England that's tuning in. Appreciate you guys, man. I don't know how you find it now, if you spreading the love or what, but I appreciate my people from England, y'all. Look, Chris Eubank 2. For the first one, I picked Conor Ben, the underdog Such a warrior, such a heart. I see what Chris Eubank bring to the table. For the second one, man, I feel like if I pick Conor Ben, it's gonna be more of an emotional pick. I feel like I'm supposed to pick Chris Eubank Jr. Now, especially he got Bomac in his corner. It's real hard to go against him. I'm not ready to make a pick, bro. I'ma probably make it when they in the win. I'm not ready. I'm sorry, Rob James. I want to do it, but I can't, man. I love both of those guys. MAW. I should have just said over marinating it. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. You cannot be over marinating stuff, man. That's it. That's a point where that's it. It's time. Don't go over it. Right now is the time for Boost versus Vergil. Perfect. The perfect setup. Don't be looking like no duck. That man in the ring with you. And guys, did you see? I'm asking you. Tell me your opinion. When you saw them face to face, did it look like Vergil want to fight Boots? From your opinion, did you feel that way? Because I'm going to tell you, it did not sit right with my spirit. When I was looking at Vergil, you guys was talking first, we just retaliated. And then telling the reporter the same shit. Nah, we didn't say that. It was them first. And Boots over there like, so what, man? We here now. What's up? Nah, man, it was a whole different energy. A whole different energy. Boots looking like he ready to put the beats on you right there on the spot. He looking like Debo. And Vergil, to me, he was looking shook. Scared to death. Rob Jace, I think Eubank stops him this time. 6-8 rounds. Don't tell me that, bro. Don't tell me that. Because I know that Conor Ben was an emotional pick the first time around. I still give him a shot. I'm not making a prediction, but I still give him a shot. Car Sports, the Boxtorian. No, it looked like Vergil energy has changed. It has changed drastically, my brother. How he went from he want to fight Boots to all of a sudden his dream fight is Errol Spence and he want to fight Crawford. That was a bad look, by the way. That was a very bad look. You go face to face with this guy and then you say that your dream fight is Errol, who's been inactive for 2 years, and Crawford, who said he's not going back down to 154, who already said that he's, got his eye on Johnny back. Why are you calling those two out? And you got Boots in front of your face? And it's like I said, my peoples, imagine the folks at the zone. How do the folks at the zone feel when they set up this whole thing for you and Boots to face each other, to set up this epic fight, and you call out Errol, a PBC fighter who's been inactive? Man, the people from the zone must have been watching that like, what the fuck is he doing? Why he calling out this dude? We just had him in the ring with this dude. They must have been pissed. Now I'm telling you, my peoples. MAW, there is such thing as over-marinating. And I agree with you 100%. Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao is the perfect example. It happened, but it got way over-marinated because it happened at the tail end of their careers. Cat Sports, the Boxtorian. Errol Spence, who wants to see that? Just yesterday, I had a bunch of people on here telling me, no, Errol Spence makes more money because he got more fans and it's a bigger fight in Texas. And there's people already trying to justify that. Rather than acknowledging that in reality, we're witnessing a duck, there was people trying to justify it, bro. Trying to say that, no, this is a good fight. No. Vergil Ortiz, coming off of that explosive finish of Erickson Lubin, having faced off with Jerome Boots Ennis in the ring, telling them, y'all remember how that exchange ended between Vergil and Boots? It was for Vergil saying, so that's a yes? So that's a yes? And Boots was like, so that's a yes? Man, yo, Eddie, get that paperwork. What's up? Y'all remember that? Damn, yo. Vergil bamboozled us. Ran amok on us. Hoodwinked us. He really brought Boots over in the ring and acted like he wanted to fight him. Didn't do a good job because he didn't look confident. He looked scared. But he tried to act like he wanted to fight and then stepped off, went to the presser, and right away basically said, I want to fight everybody but Boots. Errol is his dream fight. Terrence Crawford. I can't remember who else. But he definitely didn't say. The attitude that he showed me was, well, I'll fight Boots. I'll fight anybody. But my dream fight is Errol. And I want to fight Crawford. What are we doing? What are we doing, my people? Al Booger, salute, my brother. Bam! What are we doing, my people? Oh, no, here we go. So, I could understand why the executives at the DAZN would be pissed. Pissed. Because, it's like I told you earlier, my peoples. Boots don't just climb in the ring of this fight. No. That's not how it works. Somebody at the DAZN signed off on this. Okay, after the fight, Boots is gonna go up. They're gonna face off. We're gonna take the pictures, and we got all the promotional stuff ready for that. Right after the fight, you saw all the videos being posted about Vergil, Boots. They went face to face. You know, the interaction that they had. The DAZN posted about all that. They invested time and money into this to set the stage for a huge fight. And Vergil gonna walk away, and the first camera they put in front of him, I would like to fight Errol Spence. That would really be my dream fight. A PBC fighter, after we planned all this shit, invested time, effort, resources, and all this shit for you two to face each other, for you to then say you want to fight Errol, who been inactive for over 2 years, who's a PBC fighter? Really? Fuck is wrong with you? I guarantee you they wasn't happy about it. The Hydro Grind, salute, my brother. The Trey World, Vergil was at home. He could have at least fired up the crowd. Told Boots he was going to knock him out for coming in the ring or something. But that's what I'm saying, my G. The interaction, it didn't sit right with my spirit because I saw Boots saying, I'm going to beat you. I got something for you. What's up? It's that time. All that shit I was talking, I'm going to make you pay. And Vergil sitting over there talking about, it was you talking first. We was just retaliating. No, we didn't say nothing. We were just talking because y'all talked first. And then the reporter is asking him, no, but you trying to make... And he's trying to tell the reporter, no, they was talking first. We were just responding to them. Like, Vergil was literally up there copping pleas, bro. He was copping pleas. And then Boots was up there looking like Debo, ready to take his bicycle on the spot. So I'm like, damn. So I'm watching that interaction, and I'm telling myself, yo, Vergil don't look like he want this fight. I know he called him into the ring and all that, but he don't look like he want this fight. And golly, as soon as he got another camera and mic in front of his face, the first name he mentioned was Errol. And that's his dream fight. That's his favorite fight. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's why I'm telling you, if you was a DAZN executive and you spent all this time and effort into organizing a Vergil versus Boots face-off in the ring, you got the cameras ready, you got everything ready, you posted the videos, you setting up the stage for this huge fight, and then this man is gonna call out Errol Spence, who last fought at 147, who's been inactive for over 2 years, who had already said that he was retired. After having Boots in your face, after telling Boots come over here, after telling Boots that's a yes, what's a yes? You don't want to fight. Well, that's to me what makes it look bad. That's what hurt my feelings. If you knew you wasn't gonna fight, if you know you don't want to fight him, don't call him in the ring. Don't play those games. Don't play those games with the fans. Because you're not just playing games with Eddie Hearn and playing games with Bulls. You're playing games with us. I'm over here celebrating. I'm over here celebrating it. We're going to get this fight. And it's like, damn, it don't look like Vergil want that action. UFC Nigeria, I saw that he wasn't ready for it. He didn't want it. You could see that he didn't want it. It felt like Vergil Ortiz just did it because he had to. He was on the spot. Boots is right there, and he would look bad if he don't say nothing. So he's like, Boots, come over here. Like, he did what he was supposed to do because that was all planned. But he didn't have the energy. He definitely didn't want that action. The Hydro Grind. I think Ortiz versus Boots will happen, but when both of them move up to 160. Well, not if the zone can help it. Look what Dan Rafael reported. Dan Rafael reported that the zone, they don't want to hear that Errol Spence stuff. They like, nah, they not signing off on it. You have to understand, and that's something that in most cases we don't even consider. But the networks have a deal in place, and you know, they have a say. This is the reason why Oscar De La Hoya said that Ryan Garcia was not fighting Jake Paul when the rumors came out. Remember? He was like, it's very easy. Jake Paul fights on Netflix. Ryan Garcia has an exclusive deal to fight in the zone. It's pretty simple. That's it. End of conversation. So it's the same thing right now. Vergil Ortiz and Jerome Boots Ennis both have deals to fight on the zone. Errol Spence is a PBC fighter. Come on now. You have to understand that. Neanderthal behavior, my people. Getting blocked with no responses. We don't got time for the goofies. The Hydro Grind. Vergil Camp said he is struggling to make weight. The Hydro Grind. I'm tired of hearing about what Vergil Camp said, man. Vergil Camp said that this fight wasn't happening. Vergil Camp said that Boots was capping. Vergil Camp said, like, why do y'all say what Vergil Camp said? The Hydro Grind, tell me about what Boots Camp said for once. Vergil Camp said, yo, that's like saying McDonald's got the best French fries because McDonald's told me they got the best French fries. What do you mean Vergil Camp said? Vergil Camp's going to say things in Vergil's favor, don't you think? So you echoing what Vergil Camp said, just say I'm in Vergil's favor. That's just easier. Jason Williams, of course, Team Vergil, saying they're struggling to make weight. And of course, the Hydro Grind is going to repeat it for them. So other fans can start saying it too. Yo, I heard that they struggling to make weight. MAW. My preference is Vergil versus Boots next. Or if not, want to see both in title fights for possible unification after. But if Vergil versus Errol is next, I probably will still watch. Probably be pay-per-view. Shaking my head. I'm going to tell you something. If the zone opposes, he's not fighting no Errol. You can scratch that. And especially if PBC show up talking about, now we got to do a joint venture so we can also put it on Amazon Prime. It's not happening. If PBC said, no, the fight got to happen on Amazon Prime, it's not happening. Only way this fight happened is as Vergil as the A side. And Errol Spence coming over to the zone and fighting him there. Only way it happened. 21, YGL, green light. Do you think that Boots is going to duck Vergil? No, we already see Vergil ducking Boots. We already see Vergil ducking. Actively, like we're seeing it happening live. Boots is in his face and Vergil's like, nah, I don't want it. So, I don't know. I think you confused. Did you get the names backwards? I think you got the names backwards. There's no way that you meant to ask it that way. But I don't think, it doesn't look like the zone is going to allow Vergil to duck. I think people don't understand that the networks have more of a say than what they can imagine. So the network can absolutely block Vergil versus Errol. You see, the way that they try to use Errol to duck Boots, the zone can block that. And say, nah, we're not signing off on that. The fight is not happening. Next. Jason Williams. I'm happy the zone shut down Errol versus Vergil before it got any legs. If it's true, right, because it's being reported by Dan Rafael, but it hasn't been really confirmed by anyone. If it is true, I'm happy about it. I'm super happy about it. You guys saw that yesterday I was complaining, like, how does Vergil Ortiz call out somebody who's been inactive for 2 years, who hasn't even made their debut at that weight class? Because Errol last fought at 147. And you call it, come on. Come on. I wasn't trying to hear that. Netflix ain't trying to hear that. 21, YGL. Do you think that Devin Haney can get knocked out at this fight coming up? Hold on, let me see. So I'm going to answer that question by letting you hold this 24-hour timeout. And tomorrow when you come back, ask questions about the subject that we're talking. You see, first, you asked a question, cool, but now you're asking about Devin, and it seems like you're going to come with a line of questions that you're going to keep trying to change the subject. Tomorrow when you come back, ask questions about the fight that we're talking about. But I do agree that, you know, this fight should have been shut down. We don't have to have Vergil Ortiz coming off of a devastating knockout fighting somebody who's been inactive for 2 years. We don't need it. I know that people want to say, no, it's going to be a big fight. It's going to be super popular. I don't want to hear it. Jason Williams. Everybody will get you a 24-hour break. Yo, it's 24-hour breaks. It's 24-hour break. Especially you jump in the comment section. You waited 2 days because remember, when you subscribe to the channel, you got to wait like 24 hours before you could comment. You subscribe to the channel, waited 24 hours to comment to ask some shit that nobody's even talking about. You got to go for 24 hours and then come back wiser, more boxing-minded, more current topic-minded. Changing the subject might get you out of it quick. But, my peoples, what fight if Vergil Ortiz successfully ducks Jerome Boots Ennis? MAW, you know we're not having the goofballery. If Vergil Ortiz successfully ducks Jerome Boots Ennis, who's he going to fight next? Who is he going to climb the ring with next? Because, you know, there's going to be expectations, right? We're going to be expecting him now. Okay, let's see who you're going to fight. Who are you going to fight? Because I want to show you guys how they set the bar different for different fighters. Boots need a superstar in his name, so he ain't fighting nobody. He ain't fighting nobody because he need a superstar, right? So who Vergil fought? People say he beat Madrimov. So when Madrimov fought Crawford, he a nobody. But for Vergil, he's a good win. When Mean Machine fought Crawford, he a nobody. But for Vergil, he's a good win. So the same fighters that people call nobodies in Terence Crawford's resume, they good wins in Vergil Ortiz's resume. Y'all see how the narrative changed depending on the fighter that some people support? Vergil got a great resume. What are the superstars that he beat? So Vergil don't need a superstar in his resume. Boots needed a superstar in his resume. So now Boots is saying, okay, what's up? And Vergil's the one, no, well, you know, we need 10 million. The mythical, I don't want to fight you figure. That's $10 million. Remember when Crawford was at 147 and everybody wanted $10 million to fight him too? That's the amount of money you ask for when you don't want to fight. Kobe, out of everybody, I don't think Vergil is a ducker. It's up to the business side. You're right, Kobe, it's up to the business side, but you probably heard of the phrase overpricing yourself. You probably heard. And even if you haven't heard it, here's the evidence that he's a duck. Bro, you went face to face with Boots. You ended the conversation by saying, is that a yes? Is that a yes? Like you closing in on the deal verbally. And when you went off camera, the first thing you did was say you want to fight Errol, and that's your dream fight, and Terence Crawford. Bro, if that doesn't tell you that Vergil Ortiz does not want to fight, I don't know what to tell you, my guy. It's not like he got a lowball offer. This guy didn't even want to go into negotiations. He didn't even wait to no sit down, no nothing. Just calling out everybody else but Boots. Brother, if you don't see that he does not want to fight Boots badly, I don't know what to tell you. Plus, Boots was looking like Debo in that ring. And Vergil was looking like he was getting ready to get his bike snatched. You guys was talking first. We just retaliated. No, but it was you that talked first. We was just saying, responding to you guys. Vergil looked like he was getting ready to get his bike took right there. Did you not see the interaction? Vergil's face looked like he was going to shit on himself. Jason Wheeler, Tim Bradley was saying, Vergil should ask for 20 million. Bro, that's insanity. Look, man, I got a lot of respect for Tim Bradley because of what he did in the ring. But I think as a commentator and you know, as a personality, he's super, super, super biased towards certain fighters. I see that a lot from him. So he already takes on a narrative. He takes on a narrative, and now he's going to run with that. So in this side, on this situation, he already took Vergil's side. So he's going to make pro-Vergil arguments. I don't know if he get a check from Top Rank. He get a check from ESPN. I don't know if he get a check from there to... I don't know. I don't know why he take that route. But take it into account that Boots is a unified champion and super popular, and Vergil never won a title. To ask for $10 million, that's diabolic. But for Tim Bradley to say they should ask for 20, that shit is diabolique. That's just a whole other level of that. Hot sauce. The narrative was Boots was ducking at first, but now it's Vergil. That's crazy. But I don't think that fight is going to happen. I mean, look, Vergil and his team are talking all of the duck language that suggests they don't want it to happen. When you have a manager saying, yo, send us 10 million minimum or we can't talk, you don't want to fight. Don't you understand that right now Vergil's, I think, is making 2 million or less than 2 million a fight? When you making that much money, you asking for 10, you don't want to fight, bro. You're not trying to fight. You're trying to make sure we block this. Just think about it yourself, my peoples, right? Imagine if you guys, I'm gonna make an example. Some of you probably make more, some of you could be making less, but let's just say you yourself are making $100,000 a year, exactly that much. And you go to your boss in your company where you work and you want a raise, right? Well, from 100, you could maybe 110, 120, 150. But from $100,000 a year that you make, what you think is gonna happen, yo, if you show up asking a raise and you want $500,000 a year now? Your ass is gonna get escorted out the building by security, bro. They're gonna fire you and escort you out the building by security because they're gonna think that you're on drugs. If you want an 800% raise, they're gonna think you're on drugs and they're gonna fire you. So if Vergil Ortiz is making $2 million, asking for 10 is delusional. It's delusional. All right, Mike, top of the morning. Bam, salute my brother. Kobe, Turkey would have paid 10, 20. Eddie and Oscar gotta eat, bro. Kobe. Kobe. You gotta stop, Kobe, making things up in your head the way you like it. The way it sounds good, it doesn't work that way, Kobe. Turkey offered Vergil like $3-4 million, and Vergil said yes. Now how you feel about that? Damn, Eddie. Damn, Kobe. Y'all thinking Turkey just some fool throwing money around. Oh, here, everybody take all the money. You really believe Turkey is going to give a guy making $2 million, $20 million? Kobe. If you own something, don't be on that. Whatever you own. Whatever you own, don't be on that. That's what I'm going to tell you. My boy said Turkey will give Vergil Ortiz 10, 20 million. What kind of drugs you on, bro? That's not weed. No way that's weed. It could be meth. It could be some other stuff, synthetic stuff that we never heard of. It's not weed. No way. If you believe that Turkey's going to give Vergil 10, 20 million, it's not weed. No way. You own something else, and it's strong. Mike, I believe Turkey is going to make it happen. But here's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If Turkey offered Vergil $4 million to fight Boots, and Vergil said, yes, I'll take it, why he asking for $10 million now when Boots is calling his bluff? Why he can't take what was offered? You see, that's what happens. That's what y'all don't understand. Kobe and Ike, y'all don't understand because you don't know what was offered to Vergil and he has said yes to. But now that Boots is calling his bluff and it's in his face, now he needs 10 million. That's not what you said yes to before, bro. Hassan, they're not going to give him that 20 million. Bro, Vergil Ortiz ain't going to. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen a fighter who never won a title get $20 million? I think Ryan Garcia may have got something around that with Tank Davis. With the guy who was being seen as the face of boxing at the time, at the cash cow. That's who he got in there with. But who you seen making a payday like that? How in the world could Vergil make a pay? Vergil has no path to making that type of money. None. And you know what's funny? Here's the funny thing about that. He's saying that he won $10 million. They saying they won $10 million for that fight. Watch them make less than $3 million for their next one. And what you gonna say then? If he made $2.5 million for his next fight, what are you gonna say then? Is that gonna help you understand that it's a duck? When you see him make 2.5, 2, maybe less for his next fight, are you gonna understand the action for 10 million is a duck? You just have to see how much money somebody making to know that, oh, you're asking for 10 million. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. You trying to make sure y'all don't fight. West does it. I hate to call boxing scary, but Vergil looks sus right now. Good morning, Jay Smith and chat. Good morning, my brother. Come on, man. Especially after calling out Jerome Boots Ennis in the ring, like, yo, come over here, looking like you scared to death, and then talking about you want to fight other people. Nah, bro, he looks scared to death. That's just the reality. Mike, who you think would win the fight, though? Vergil versus Boots. I think maybe Oscar is requesting the 10 million, not Vergil. It's not Oscar. His management team already said it. His management team say, yo, if it's not this much, not Oscar, his own manager. If it's not this much, don't even talk to us. It's him. He put it out there, posted it, said it in an interview. And that's the way to get themselves out of the fight. If they fight, Boots is gonna win that fight, bro. Look. Remember with Crawford and Spence? Who was the one talking about money? Who was the one talking about, 70-30, and they gotta take what we give them, and 80-20 if we give them that? It was Errol's side, right? And Crawford just wanted to fight. And what happens when they got in the ring? Beat him up. The beating of a lifetime. So now look what you're seeing. Boots in his face like, I got something for you. And Boots team and Vergil team talking about, we need 10 million. If not 10 million, don't talk to us. We need the money. They don't even want to sit down and negotiate. They already putting out that duck figure out there. They don't want it. They don't want to fight. So when the fight finally happens, man, Vergil getting his ass whooped. Vergil getting his ass whooped. They're going to delay as much as they can because they know what's coming, just like Errol's team knew what was coming. Hot sauce. I think Vergil is going to fight somebody else. I do not think he's going to want to fight Boots because of the money. I think he don't want to fight Boots because he don't want to take that L. That's just the reality. They just putting the money as an obstacle to try to not make the fight. I think he may fight somebody else, but I doubt it's going to be Errol. DAZN is not going to sign off on that, or at least based off of what Dan Rafael is reporting. So if DAZN don't sign off, you ain't fighting no Errol, and I understand that. I want you guys to just consider the effort, time, money, resources that DAZN spent on Boots versus Vergil. Think about the videos that they did about Boots going over there. That takes time and money and effort and resources, my people. It takes camera crews that are going to receive you when you show up in Dallas. Camera crews that are recording your movements. People that are, your seats that are set up for you, arranged so that you can watch the fight and we can have this face-off. Then, the moment is set up for somebody to escort Boots into the ring. That's all planned. Boots stand there. Now we got the camera crew ready to take the pictures, ready to do the videos. Ooh, we got this all set up now. So when this fight is announced, the promotion is going to be crazy. And Vergil step off the ring and call out Errol Spence, a PBC fighter. Yo, them DAZN executives probably wanted to choke him right there on the spot. You know how much time and effort, money and resources they put into setting up Vergil versus Boots? For him and his team to be like, nah, we really don't want this, though. It's not what we really want. That was crazy, bro. Brett Lange, gosh, that's a good fight. I like Boots in it. It's a real good fight. Jimbo Allen, Crawford and Boots would be a real banger. You can forget about that. It'll never happen. Crawford at 168, gonna fight at 160. Boots just made his debut at 154. It'll never happen. The ship has sailed on that fight. West does it. So if the Charlo Boots fight with Spence Ortiz as the co-main, okay, it's still a no-belt fight card. De La Hoya is tripping. Listen, it's not just De La Hoya. I love the fact that the zone, if it's true, is making a stand, taking a stand on it. We're not having that. We're not gonna have Vergil Ortiz coming off of an explosive win, fighting a guy who's been inactive for over 2 years. That's gonna make his debut, and it's a PBC fighter. So now we gotta share the pot. Why we gotta share the pot? You guys know about the whole side of the street stuff, about keeping it in-house, all that stuff. So you think the zone is not going to prefer Boots, who fights on the zone, versus Vergil, who's also there, instead of Vergil versus Errol, somehow, some way, some joint venture with PBC, maybe even Amazon Prime? And they're not trying to have that. They not having that. Brett Lange, Crawford beat that boy like a drum. He beat that boy like a pancake batter. And Vergil got a better chance playing checkers on a cheetah ass. Come on. Look, what bothers me the most about the way Vergil and his team is moving is that they try to act like they wanted to fight with Boots. They try to go along with it. And when it's almost like you playing the bully, but when the bullies show up, now you're not a bully anymore. Now you want to cop please. Now you want to put terms and conditions. You was all about that smoke. Now you got terms and conditions for the smoke. Come on, man. Come on, my peoples. Hot sauce. Why would he call out Errol Spence Jr.? He might not win that fight. Vergil, that's crazy. Look, honestly, I think right now, because Errol Spence has been inactive for 2 years, because he would be making his debut, not debut, but technically his debut in the welterweight division, in the 154 division, because, he's 35 years old, I think Vergil will be the favorite to win that fight. If he does a tune-up, that's different. Does his tune-up and then Vergil. But if he fights Vergil right away, I think that Vergil will be the favorite to win that fight. Because we haven't seen Errol. We don't know how he's going to be able to bounce back. 5 nights at everything. They know Errol still smoke Vergil. Louis Miller loves Spence, but come on with the hype train. I mean, I love Errol Spence, man, but I don't feel like he can just come back off of 2 years, off a 2-year layoff and just beat Vergil just like that. I don't know, honestly. Errol Spence is my guy, but I don't know. You showing them your Spider-Man? You want them to see your Spider-Man? Al Booger, it was retaliation. Can you clarify that, Al Booger? I don't know what you mean by it was retaliation. What was retaliation? Jimbo Allen, do you ever see Bivol versus Benavidez? Look, at first I thought that Bivol was ducking, because you guys know that Benavidez was his man. Out that Bivol, a little pain in his elbow. He wanted to get that out of the way, so he finally got it done. So he wasn't going to be able to defend, and that's the real reason why he vacated. So I think we're going to get that fight. I thought Bivol was ducking, but I think we're going to get that fight. And I'm looking forward to it. I got Benavidez, by the way, winning it. But it's a real good fight. West does it. Errol rich and chilling. Roy Jones visiting. It's a waste of time. I mean, look, if Errol Spence, because he even said himself, didn't he post that he was retired? That's when we started hearing a lot that he was retired. So, wait a minute. I got something in my pockets. Let me take this out. So, if Errol Spence, right? If Errol Spence, my peoples, is retired, if Errol Spence is retired, it's a bad look to be calling him out. That's a real bad look, my people. Look, y'all see this dude? I'm just clowning. Ortiz said he was talking about Boots to retaliate. Oh, okay, I feel you. Look, man, honestly, I'm super disappointed that Vergil went along with this whole thing about bringing Boots on stage and calling them out when they didn't really want it. You don't want it, that's it. Wes Dustin, finally a smile out of Lil J. Smith. Now, he smile all the time. He always smiling, but in front of the camera, he don't be having it. Louis Miller, preach. I'm trying to tell him, bro. And Louis, I'm breaking it down to this point for people to understand. If DAZN, think about how much money, time, and effort and resources DAZN spent on a possible upcoming fight between Vergil and Boots. And I want to show you so you can see. You guys know I create content. I go to fights. I be in the neutral corner. I do this other stuff, right? Let me show you something that people don't consider. There's a good chance that DAZN paid for Boots to go from whatever hotel he was in to the venue so that he could come in a certain vehicle. They obviously he had free seats. They didn't make him pay for those seats. And obviously they had a camera, a team ready, and it was organized so that Boots can take the stage, can go in the ring after the fight. There was somebody there that was going to escort him there. You know what that's called? That's resources. There was somebody that was going to escort him into the ring. People was already put on there. He's going to come in, let him in. All this was planned. When they face each other and they start yapping at each other, there's already a cameraman that's already planned, that already understands his assignment. Like, yo, when they start going at it, you're going to stand right here. You're going to get this angle. There's a guy with a microphone. They put in time and resources into letting us see Vergil and Boots so that we can get it popping. We can get it going. This promotion is going to start off with a bang. And Vergil Ortiz gets in front of another camera and says, my dream fight would be to fight Errol. I want to fight Errol. You don't think the DAZN executives are going to be pissed that you calling out a PBC fighter after we spent all this effort into getting something going with you and Boots? Come on, my peoples. Come on. Wes Dustin, Boots and Vergil need belts. They need belts. They could have still fought each other. Look, if Vergil and his team or anybody felt like they need belts, then they should have never said come down. They should have never said climb the ring. They should have never said let's do a face-off. They did a face-off, my people. Why would you do a face-off with somebody that you don't want to fight? That it just doesn't make any sense. You want to say hi to the people?
No, I want something else.
What do you want?
I want to.
Tell me what you want.
Palito
Palito mozzarella. We're not gonna go outside right now, but I'll get it to you in a few.
something else.
Wes Dustin, Vergil, cold feet. Gummy bears? No gummy bears. No, you can't have gummy bears in the morning.
Video game.
Video games? Oh my God, you're just trying to make something happen like that.
I want video games.
No, we're gonna get you some cartoons. Hold on. Go to the couch and let me finish the show. Let me finish the show and then I'm gonna go put something for you. Yeah, sit over there in the corner. Sit in front of the fan. So again, my peoples, I digressed. I feel like DAZN is, on the right mindset of, not just the right mindset. There's people that love to talk about business. There's people that love to talk about the business of boxing and the money and who's making most money and all of this stuff. Well, what do you think DAZN prefers? A guy from Matchroom and a guy from Golden Boy to face each other when they both already have exclusive contracts to fight on PBC, on the Zone, or a PBC fighter and a Matchroom fighter to fight on Amazon Prime or the Zone, but it's with a PBC fighter. They're gonna get their fee. We're gonna be sharing the wealth. What do you think the Zone prefer to do? West does it. I would love to see Conor Benn in the mix. I think after Conor Benn fight Chris Eubank Jr., I think he said he was going back down to 147, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, they both fight on the Zone. It should be easy to make. It don't get no easier. They both on the Zone. It's beautiful. And you want to talk about you want to fight a PBC fighter who's been inactive for over 2 years. Doesn't make sense. Sorry, the Zone want to keep it in-house. Come on now. PBC keep it in-house. Why would they want to say, okay, now let's share it with PBC? They like to keep it in-house, but we want to share it. Nasir Saidi. Muhammad Ali Clay is the best boxer in history. That's a good opinion. That's a good opinion to have. I hope you can say more than that. We talking about Jerome Boo's Ennis. We talking about Vergil Ortiz. Bro, if all you could talk about is Muhammad Ali, you're going to be in a bad spot real soon. Those who know. Underrated Will. Do you think Benavidez is going to sleep? Nah. I don't think Benavidez is going to sleep. I think he's going to beat Yard. Yard could put up a good fight. Make it interesting. But nah. I got him winning it. Gay Rivera. Dímelo, mi hermano, hermanito mío. Salute. Bam. Lewis Miller. Keeping it real, my G. I love this non-biased combo. Appreciate it, my brother. And that's what this is about. That's what this is about. And those who know me will tell you Vergil Ortiz is one of my favorite fighters. I got mad love for Vergil. But I got to call it how I see it. He ducking boots. It's goofballery what he did on Saturday. I got to be honest. I can't come on here and cap. Nah, it was the right thing because he's going to make more money with Errol, and that's his dream fight. Man, get the hell out of here. Nobody want to hear that. We've been asking for Vergil Ortiz versus Jerome Ennis for what, 3-4 years already? Since they both was at the welterweight division. And now they finally share the ring. Now they finally face to face with each other. And Vergil gonna talk about he wanna fight somebody who been inactive for over 2 years, and he wanna fight Crawford, who already told us he's not going down to 154, who already said he got an eye on Johnny Bag, who already made it obvious that he's gonna fight at 160. So you're calling out the guy who's been inactive and never fought at 154, and the guy who's fighting at 160 and will never fight at 154. That's what you're calling out. That's crazy. Right after having Vergil Ortiz, right after having Jerome Ennis in front of your face. Lewis Miller, that's wicked work what they doing, man. This is like a blatant duck. Nasir, Muhammad Ali was better than most current boxers. Okay, Nasir, you're going to need a 24-hour break. When you come back from 24-hour break, you're going to have to talk about somebody else. Then if your next comment tomorrow, if you even say Muhammad, you're getting blocked. Just by saying Muhammad, you're getting blocked. I guess you don't understand what this is about, what's going on over here. Y'all should have told them. Y'all should have warned them. You know what? Y'all the bad ones. Because I know there's a lot of you who saw this coming. And you let them, keep being a goofball. MAW, after Eubank rematch, I don't know if Conor Benn can be able to squeeze back to 147. But if he can't, he can already add to the mix at 154. I'm saying. At 154, Conor Benn is going to be a force to be reckoned with. If he can't make 147, let's see it. Al Booger, I tried. Damn, man. I guess he didn't get the picture. He didn't get the picture. I don't know, my peoples. I don't know. Should I start giving like the shorter, the 90 seconds and the? It's just that 24 hours just feel better, like off the bat, bang. I'm gonna change it right now. I don't know why, my peoples, but like it feels like if I give you 60 seconds, that don't feel like nothing. You could just do it again the same way. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm gonna change it right now. I feel like a 60-second timeout. That's like a jab. That's like a little jab. Pop, pop. But a 24-hour, that's a left hook right in the melon. Pop. Go to sleep. I'll send you out to sleep. You come through with a goofballer and you going to sleep. Adrian, keep it 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours be feeling good. Superman, 24 hours be OD. You don't say it's OD when Tank Davis sleeping with one punch. Why 24 hour gotta be OD? MAW. 154 is deep. Pause. It is, man. 154 right now. There's a lot of young, hungry lions. Some veterans. It's a tough division, man. If you think about it right now, from 135 to 154, if you coming up and you trying to make a name for yourself, it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy with what you got going on over there. Gay Rivera, what do you think about Roach versus Gary Russell? I like that fight. I like it. I got Roach winning it, but I like it. Wait, you're talking about Gary Antoine Russell. You're talking about Gary Antoine Russell, right? I take that back. That's a 50-50 fight. That's a 50-50 fight. West Dustin, I love that fight, Gabe. Roach won't take it. Well, don't say that, bro, because remember, Gary Antoine Russell is a champion at 140. He a champion at 140, so you never know if Roach might want that opportunity. Mike, Jay, you funny as F, bro. Love it. Teach him how to treat your chat. Goofballery. We not having it. We not having it. Imagine we be laughing like crazy. This a boxing show, bro. This ain't even a comedy show. But we can't stand for the goofballery. So sometimes it be that way. MAW. But Jay, sometimes that jab is enough to slap some sense into somebody. Some might just be clueless, casuals, needing some education. Just say, no, you're right about that. But, when you take a left hook and you get knocked out, you're going to get up and come back tomorrow and you're going to be like, okay, yeah, this nigga not playing. This nigga not playing. So if you caught a straight bullet and you were just being a casual, you're going to come back correct. You're going to come back correct. If you're a troll, you're going to get pummeled out here. It's a pummeling session. Tajon, nobody wants to fight Gary Antoine. I haven't seen nobody really expressing that interest. That's real talk. I haven't seen, ain't nobody calling that name out. West does it. Mr. Gary asked for the fight. Roach said, no, on camera. Maybe he might fight Antoine, though. I mean, Antoine is a tougher opponent right now. Because if you think about all the inactivity that Gary Russell experienced, and he hasn't been in a big fight in a very long time, I think Antoine is the most dangerous brother right now. Because, Gary Antoine Russell, I think he don't get enough attention. I don't know why. He hasn't been inactive like his brother like that. But maybe he's just a big win away, a big star. Because, he just hasn't had that big name that people are going to say, oh. So he's in a place similar to where Boost is at, where he's beating real good fighters, but not the name that people want to see. He's gonna get there though. Gary Antoine Russell, a special fighter, just like his brother, and he's gonna show it. He's gonna prove it. My peoples, I want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in this morning. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boxing for Breakfast. You know, we be trash talking and we be doing all of it, but at the end of the day, it's all about the sweet science, my people. We love it. That's what it's about. Mike, Box Center merch will be available real soon. I promise you that. I'm just working on the logistics because I want to be able to get it to you and not have to charge you a shitload of money. Because remember, I'm in the Dominican Republic. So I'm looking for different ways that I could get it to you for cheap so I could sell it to you for cheap. You know, what would be the cheapest I can? Because let me give you an example. This hat, right now, I can't sell it for no cheaper than $40. And I don't want to charge people $40 for a hat. Because remember, shipping and handling, if I'm going to charge you $25, guess what? It's $15 for shipping and handling to get it from Dominican Republic to where you at. I don't want to charge you $40 for a hat. So I'm looking for different ways that I can make it and get it to you and maybe get the hat to your house, to your doorstep for $25. And then that could be reasonable. I want to get, you know, all the gear, I want to be able to get it at a good price that people can actually say, yeah, let me get one, let me get two, let me get three. But it's going down, my peoples. I'm working on that. But again, I want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Boxing for Breakfast. And remember, my peoples, Box Center 2.0 right now is at 33 subscribers. I'm waiting to get to 50. Once we get to 50 subscribers, we're going to start the new show, which is going to be in the evening. Trust me, that show is going to be fire. In fact, I had to start a whole new channel because I was like, yo, if YouTube is going to block me for this show, I don't want to lose this channel. I don't want to lose it. So let me create a whole new channel. Because for those of you who don't know, in Box Center 2.0, there's going to be a hotline. You guys will be able to call in and you got a whole minute to express yourself about whatever you want to express yourself. Whatever, if we talking about this fight, you're going to be able to, if you want to trash talk, if you want to give somebody their flowers, if you want to make your prediction, whatever, you're going to have a whole 60 seconds to go at it with Jay Smith. And it's going to get fiery. Guess what? Trash talking is allowed. So the people that you see me sending on breaks, on 24-hour breaks on this show and blocking them, they can't get blocked on the hotline. You know, if you bring up politics and religion, yeah, you're getting blocked. But as far as trash talking, it's allowed, my peoples. So let's get to 50 subscribers. I'm dying to get that show kicked off. Like, the moment we get to 50, I'm going to give you guys the name of the show. I'm going to announce the date that it's going to debut. And I'm telling you, it's going to be something different. Gonna be something different, my people. Something special. Check it out right here. Let me show it to you. Box Center 2.0 right there. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe. Right now it's at 33 subscribers. I need 17 more, my peoples. 17 subscribers to get to 50. And we're going live with a brand new show from this channel. My people, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's get it, my people. Superman, how many you have now in 2.0? 2.0 has 33 subscribers. Man, if everybody, look, let me show you this. If everybody in this live subscribe to the channel, to Box Center 2.0, yo, tomorrow I'll kick off the show. Matter of fact, tonight I'll kick off the new show. I can't go live on the channel because I don't have 50 subscribers. But I'm telling you, my peoples, the moment I'm able to go live, that show is going to kick off. Now, that's not on Instagram, my brother. That's on YouTube. Look, I'm a comment from that channel. Box Center 2.0, my peoples, is on YouTube. Look at it right there. Subscribe to that channel, my peoples. 33 subscribers. I only need 17 more. There's 25 of us in here right now. I need 17 subscribers. 17 of you, my people, subscribe to Box Center 2.0 so we could start off the new show. There's going to be a hotline. You guys will be able to call in and say whatever you want to say. Express yourself. Trash talking, no flag on the play. It's allowed. Get ready, my people. Get ready. That's all I'm telling you. Box Center 2.0 is going to bring you some crazy boxing content. Let me go ahead and pin that comment. Where the hell's the pin? Here we go. Bang. You see the pin message right there from Box Center 2.0. Let's get it, my peoples. But I want to give a shout out to everybody who tuned in. Scott Fernie, I appreciate you, my brother. I promise you. And by the way, to those of you who just subscribed, check out the videos that are already on there. Why? Videos that drop on Box Center 2.0 only drop on that channel. You won't see it on my Instagram. You won't see it on my Facebook. You won't see it here. Anything that's on Box Center 2.0 is exclusive to that channel. So I hope you guys check those videos out. Enjoy the content. I promise you, it's always fire. I don't miss my people. It's always fire. Check it out. I promise you. Again, y'all, salute to everybody who tuned in this morning. MZ3, Scott Fernie, Superman, John Parham, Lewis Miller, Ramirez was in the building. West does it. MAW, Tajon. My peoples, everybody who tuned in, man. Gabe Rivera, underrated Will, Side. And everybody else who tuned in this morning. I appreciate y'all, man. Tonight, yo, listen. If we happen to get to 50 subscribers today, it's only 17 more to go, maybe 16 because a couple of you subscribed. If we get to 50 subscribers on Box Center 2.0 today I will go live from Box Center 2.0, announce the show, the name of the show, and we'll probably debut tomorrow because I'm just waiting to be able to go live from that channel. Let's get it, my peoples. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel, of course, to Box Center 2.0. Salute to everybody, y'all. One love. If you love the sweet science, you my peoples. You my peoples. Y'all already know what it is, man. This is Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. I'm Jay Smith. Yo, I love boxing too, my peoples. I'm out of here. Peace.